Hey guys, Norona up here, Mount Baker. Now I'm going to answer, or try to answer, the question I think is the hardest question to answer. Because I have Summit X, I have a free ride, and I have spent quite a bit of time on the Summit X with Expert package. People are wondering, what do I get? Do I get a regular Summit X, especially if they love the 175, which I personally ride the most out of all the sleds. My favorite sled where I live in BC, deep snow, sled skiing. It is so much fun to ride, easy to ride, and that's my favorite sled. I also have a 165 free ride, and I'm also on 54s, 65s, and SPs and Summits all season long. So, which one would I choose if I could only choose one? And maybe I'll go over them a little bit. You're going to choose the free ride if you're a really big jumper, if you're individual and you love the color and that's what you want, you're a free ride guy, you're going to love that sled. Is the tunnel going to hold you back? I don't think so, because you don't know any difference, and you won't know any difference. You also get the new spindle and ski stop on your new 2020 free ride, which makes a huge difference to side hilling. It'll be something that a lot of aftermarket people will go with their Summit SP and Summit X regular. They'll want to get that upgrade. And it really makes a big difference. I did some videos on, you can side hill fast. It's really, the trick is to go steep and slow. And that allows you you have to work a lot more. So the precision, and if it's easier, and it was easier, just amazing how you can pick your line. Almost, at first you're nervous because this is going to kick me off, and then it doesn't, and it just grows on you. So what would you choose? What would I choose if I could only get one sled? For riding, if I was a rider and I could only choose one sled, and that's all I do is snowmobile, I would really fall into the 165 Summit with Expert package over my 175. It clearly makes everything a little bit easier, like the G4 did from the XM. Having said that, I sled ski half the time. For instance, last 2 weeks has been only a little bit of snow. We've got dribs and drabs of nice snow. I can go anywhere on my snowmobile, but it opens up all the skiing where nobody is, and I love skiing and pow surfing, so I do that. And I'm out. Most people were sitting at home waiting for more snow. Like, they're not out on days like this. Nobody's out here. So that 175 for me is what I would still choose. And I would definitely change the spindles, ski stops. I already changed the seat, have the 4.7-inch riser. I would go with the new handlebars, and I would get the small grab bar. And the Summit X comes with the open board, so you're loving life there. And on the 175, I don't need the limiter strap. So for me, if I could only choose one for what I do, which is sled skiing and riding, I would choose the 175X and do those changes. For those of you who don't ski and snowboard and you only sled, you're going to want the Summit X with Expert package. There's just no denying it. So for the price that you're going to pay, it's a no-brainer. For all the things that you get that would cost you way more to add them. The suspension is amazing on it. People are really hard on suspension because if you get a guy to build you your personal shocks, it's always going to be better. But I'll tell you, these shocks are amazing. They're great on the trail. This ride's more stable on the trail. But really why we have these is to ride in the backcountry, and when it's hard and icy and up and down, this thing is rad. And then again, cost effectiveness. If you're a Summit X rider and that's what you're gonna buy, you can add the spindles, you can add things as you go. Maybe you're not into the tapered handlebar, all that thing, so you're gonna save money there, and that'll be a great buy. And again, if you want to save money and you want to add different things for you, you can look at the Summit SP, and a lot of people spring check that. So you've got more options than ever. But that's my choice. If you do both sled skiing and sledding, I would go 175 and make those little changes, or you don't have to. And if you're a rider that just rides, it's all you do is ride. You come out in every condition and you ride whenever you can ride. You're going to want the Summit X with Expert package, and I will say you will want it in the 165. This 165 really rides like a 154, and the 154s, we don't have many. If we only have a few as we don't even have them as really as demos. They're sort of more prototypes. It's going to be, that thing will go anywhere, but it'll also be a handful. So you really want to have that sled will be really good in the hands of a really excellent rider. Even really good riders are going to love this, because on those deep days you're going to want that longer track, and this thing is so nimble, it's amazing. So that's my thoughts on it. Again, it's not to sell you one way or another, it's to give you my opinion on what I do. Just so you know, I'm 5'6", 140 pounds. So for me to throw a snowmobile around is a lot harder than a big guy, and that's coming at you when you're talking about side hilling, doing all these things. That's what's great about these machines now, is it's all about technique. It used to be you had to be a big guy and powerful, and now those bigger powerful guys have a harder time because they got to tone it down, and that's the difference. So get into your dealer. You have till April 14th to make the decision, and likewise you can ask me any questions on Instagram or Facebook, Dave Norona, or on YouTube here. Send me a comment, ask me anything. My email is dave@davenorona.com. You're welcome to email me and have any questions you have. It's all about, now with so much choice, it means you have to be honest with what type of riding you do to choose the best sled for you. And in the Ski-Doo lineup, we've never had more choice, and that is an awesome thing.